Today, I'm sharing about the year 2020. Among the 48 major member countries of the World Health Organization, Japanese women rank first in average life expectancy, while Japanese men rank second. The country with the highest male average life expectancy is Switzerland at 81.9 years, with regular participants in health classes. It's widely understood that regular physical activity is essential for healthy longevity. However, a report from the World Health Organization reveals that Japan, one of the least active countries globally, holds the top spot in life expectancy. This has left many puzzled. The contradiction with the theories of health experts has deeper reasons. Research has found that while Japanese people are not fond of exercise, their dietary structure and habits are very scientific, leading to many elderly people enjoying long lives. Among Japan's long-lived elderly, Chiono Hasegawa, who recently passed away at 117 years old, is a typical example. The secrets to Japanese longevity mainly include the following aspects. 1. Varied diet. In daily life, especially among elderly people in rural areas, the variety of ingredients served on the table is limited, leading to nutritional deficiencies. Japanese people discovered this early on and developed healthy dietary guidelines recommending consuming over 30 types of food daily. According to Japanese scientists, those who adhere to these guidelines generally live longer, ensuring adequate nutrient intake and comprehensive supplementation of various vitamins, thereby preventing the onset of various diseases. However, eating over 30 types of food daily is not easy, let alone sustaining it long-term. Apart from a wide variety of dishes, Japanese people also have a diverse range of staple foods. This might be closely related to the uneven distribution of land resources. Besides the commonly seen noodles and rice, Japanese people also favor legumes and tubers. Despite not preparing many ingredients per meal, they ensure sufficient nutrient supply, notably with abundant seafood from being a maritime nation. Unlike Japanese dietary guidelines, which recommend consuming 12 or more types of food daily, many middle-aged and elderly have relatively monotonous diets, with fewer than 10 types of food daily. Apart from worrying food diversity, their vegetable intake is limited, and they consume little meat in daily life, leading to insufficient physiological needs and an increased risk of various diseases. While Japanese people mainly consume fish and seafood, offering more choices, Western cuisine includes a wider range of meats, such as pork, beef, and mutton, rich in saturated fatty acids. Excessive intake may harm health, especially as living conditions improve while healthy dietary concepts lag in China, resulting in an increasing number of people suffering from hypertension and hyperlipidemia. In terms of dietary concepts, there is indeed much to learn from Japanese people, enriching one's dietary structure. 2. Chew thoroughly and eat slowly. Due to Japan's mountainous terrain and limited natural resources, Japanese people have developed the habit of chewing food thoroughly and eating slowly. This ensures that food, once chewed into tiny particles, is easily swallowed without adverse effects on the digestive tract and aids absorption by the digestive system. As people age, digestive and absorption functions weaken, making it essential to avoid hastening food consumption, which can exacerbate gastrointestinal burdens and lead to digestive diseases. By cultivating the habit of chewing thoroughly and eating slowly, individuals increase chewing frequency, sending positive signals to the brain, fostering a feeling of satiety, and controlling food intake effectively. 3. Steaming and boiling, less frying and grilling. While many are familiar with Japanese cuisine like sashimi, which is said to be invented by the Japanese, their culinary preferences extend to various foods like oysters and scallops, simply cleaned and dipped in sauce before consumption. This preserves the original flavors of ingredients and minimizes the formation of harmful substances, significantly reducing harm to the body. Apart from raw consumption, the most common cooking method among Japanese people is steaming and boiling, especially for seafood, effectively reducing fat and salt intake while emphasizing nutrition. In contrast, Western cooking methods primarily involve frying and grilling, which damage food nutrition. Scientific research indicates that cooking methods like frying and grilling at temperatures around 200 degrees Celsius easily denature nutrients in food, hindering absorption and generating harmful substances detrimental to health. Although Japanese people do consume fried foods, they do so sparingly and often employ special techniques during preparation. Even for tempura, a fried dish, excess oil is removed with blotting paper before consumption, effectively preventing the onset of hyperlipidemia and other cardiovascular diseases, ensuring Japanese people's health. Additionally, some health experts believe that green tea is one of the secrets to Japanese longevity. After each meal, Japanese people often drink a cup of green tea, aiding digestion, inhibiting cholesterol absorption, and possessing antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties, reducing the likelihood of cardiovascular and cerebrovascular diseases and slowing down the aging process. Although Japanese people may not be keen on exercise, their strict dietary control plays a significant role in their longevity. In a global context where exercise is advocated for strong health, it's not surprising that Japanese people are the longest lived. Apart from having a scientifically structured diet, Japanese people also lead the world in medical standards, societal development, environmental safety, genetic factors, and living conditions. These factors contribute to their longevity. There's a saying, everyone's lifespan isn't predetermined at birth but earned through incremental efforts. Indeed, every long-lived individual maintains good lifestyle habits, not just exercising regularly and drinking water but also excelling at self-care, seemingly adept at managing themselves in any situation. These habits, even more healthful than exercise and hydration, are worth exploring together. 1. Not getting angry. The saying goes, great anger harms the body, meaning having a bad temper is the biggest enemy of health. The best way to maintain health is to avoid anger. I know an elderly lady in her 80s who is always cheerful whenever you meet her. Even if someone says something hurtful or embarrassing happens, she never gets angry. Instead, she calmly resolves issues. She spends her free time making TikTok videos with her daughter or joining neighbors for square dancing. Perhaps due to her positive mindset, she has never suffered any major illnesses in her lifetime. Everyone faces challenges in life, but truly wise individuals, no matter what issues arise or what situations they're in, never lose their temper. They know that many of our physical ailments are actually the result of emotional battles lost. Maintaining emotional balance and stability is the biggest secret to longevity. After all, a calm heart ensures longevity. 2. Not worrying excessively. Traditional Chinese medicine says, anger injures the liver, worry injures the lungs, and overthinking injures the spleen. Besides anger, excessive worry and overthinking also have significant effects on the body. My friend Xiaofeng, when she just started her job, used to worry a lot about her relationships with colleagues and completing tasks assigned by her superiors. Despite being busy, she was never really in a good state of mind. She even lost a lot of weight within a short span of 3 months and started losing her hair. Eventually, she sought help from a psychologist and learned to stop worrying. Only then did she slowly regain her composure. There are many things in this world that we cannot control, many sudden emotional setbacks. If we want to live long, we must reduce our worries, have an open mind, let go of unnecessary concerns. After all, you alone cannot bear the weight of a collapsing sky. What we should do is focus on ourselves, do our best, and let go when necessary. When you worry less and act more, you'll find that the world is much better than you imagined. 3. Not staying up late. There's a trend where more and more people find themselves getting uglier, fatter, and dumber. Some internet users cite a Nobel Prize-winning report, saying that the disorder of staying up late is closely related to hypertension, obesity, Alzheimer's disease, tumors, and more. To live longer, one must learn to refuse staying up late. Blogger Vinny once mentioned that due to staying up late for a long time, he found fibroadenomas in his left breast, thyroid gland reduction, and opacity of both eyes during a physical examination. After restoring a normal sleep schedule, his health gradually improved. Many of us have been there, trying to seize every moment, either striving or indulging, feeling happy at that moment. But over time, we realize that we've actually overdrawn our health. If you want a healthy body, leave daytime activities to the daytime, nighttime activities to the nighttime, and get a good night's sleep. You'll find that not only do you become more beautiful and slimmer, but your immunity also improves, keeping diseases at bay. 4. Not eating recklessly. There's an ancient saying that illnesses enter from the mouth, meaning many diseases arise from irregular or unclean diets. Eating properly is the best way for an adult to stay healthy. When I first met Xiao Hao, he was chubby. He would get out of breath after walking a few steps and felt weak all over without doing anything. And all this was because he indulged in junk food every day, either from street vendors or potato chips and spicy sticks. Once, after eating extremely spicy hot pot, he had to run to the restroom continuously. Later, he was diagnosed with acute gastroenteritis and had to be hospitalized for several days on a drip. After this painful lesson, he stopped eating recklessly and started exercising. Not only did he lose weight, but he also felt more energetic. Indeed, man is made of iron, but food is made of steel. If you don't eat well, you can't think well, love well, rest well, or eat well. It's not just about being responsible for life, it's also about being responsible for yourself. Carefully choose your ingredients, study cooking with care, eat moderately and timely, not only nourishing the stomach but also nurturing the heart. 5. Not sitting for too long. Recently, the World Health Organization updated data showing that people who sit for long periods have a 263% higher risk of death compared to those who sit less. The harm of sitting for a long time is silent. Many times, you can't even imagine how many diseases you've triggered due to prolonged sitting. I remember a news story about a young female journalist who was originally healthy and energetic. However, one day, she accidentally sprained her foot. A few days later, she fell into a coma and couldn't wake up. After a few more days, the hospital issued a statement declaring her unresponsive to resuscitation. It turned out that because of the sprained foot, she sat still for too long, leading to death from pulmonary embolism. Not only pulmonary embolism but also hemorrhoids, constipation, cervical spondylosis, coronary heart disease, varicose veins, all have a close relationship with prolonged sitting. Every cell in our body is not immune to the clutches of prolonged sitting. Therefore, if you want to live a long life, you mustn't sit for too long. You must remind yourself to move around frequently. 6. Not overworking. In modern society, people seem never to dare to stop, always busy like spinning tops, be it 996, 007, or new activities after work. It seems that not filling time means wasting one's life. But what comes with it is overwork or death from overwork. Many people haven't had the chance to enjoy life yet and have already buried themselves in the struggle. Netizen 10 once told a story about how because of an IPO project she was responsible for, along with a fixed tax audit project, she ended up pushing herself beyond limits. She split herself into two, working 2 days' worth in a single day, leaving the office at 3 a.m., sleeping at 4 a.m., and checking emails by 9 a.m. One day, her body couldn't bear the burden anymore, and she collapsed in the elevator shaft. Upon regaining consciousness, she began to reflect on the meaning of work and realized that taking appropriate breaks is essential for progress. Pushing oneself too hard is pushing oneself towards a dead end. Indeed, humans are not machines, they can't keep spinning endlessly. Learning not to overwork, allowing the body to relax appropriately, is what enables one to go further and live healthier. In the Book of Rights, there's a saying, desires should not be indulged, ambition should not be satisfied, and wickedness should not be pursued. It warns us that we shouldn't overwork ourselves, pushing ourselves constantly, nor should we indulge excessively in base pleasures. Otherwise, we'll eventually be dragged down. Not long ago, a girl lost her sight permanently. The reason? She habitually immersed herself in low-level pleasures and couldn't break free. Whenever she had time, she'd browse Taobao or watch TikTok videos, even when her eyes were tired. One night, she suddenly found herself unable to see. Only then did she regret deeply. Conversely, truly healthy individuals understand the importance of moderation. They don't indulge recklessly or let dopamine override their rationality. Instead, they adjust according to their physical and psychological conditions in real time. Only then can they keep their bodily functions at their best. In Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind, it's said that choosing a lifestyle is choosing a way to die. So, if you want to live a long life, if you want to avoid the torment of illness, you must choose a good lifestyle. Never let your emotions, desires, or inertia dominate you. Eat well, sleep well, strike a balance, and live peacefully. Your body will undergo unexpected changes, and your life will be full of surprises. That's all for today's sharing. Remember, you're never alone here.